The wolf is back. Ate a raccoon and left the paw.
This isn't a normal wolf.
It's just a hungry wolf looking for an easy meal. I will catch it.
What is that?
It's a ring.
The wolf ate a ring.
Camille, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Where are you at?
In Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I just talked to Summer yesterday, and I think she's there also. I mean, she's in Canada too, so everyone's in Canada these days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you based there?
Yeah, I am. I live here.
Okay, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
No need to cross the border, especially now with all that's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
How's everything? Getting ready for the holidays and celebrations and all Christmas time?
Yeah, just starting to, it's going to be a low-key Christmas. No big visiting or anything like that, obviously. But, we're going to make some food and drink some wine and have a good time anyway.
There you go. That's a reason to celebrate. I got my Christmas tree up, as you can see probably in the background.
But where there's no ornaments.
Yeah, there's no order. That's what I mean. I'm like, it's like a naked tree. I have a lot of work to do today on it.
It's a good looking tree though.
It's a real one. So
nice. Mine's white and about this big.
Well, at least it's something, right? Hey,
Yeah.
I could have gotten probably a good selection of trees on your set where you guys were covered in trees everywhere.
Yeah, certainly.
Tell me, well, diving into that, tell me about, I talked to Summer yesterday, obviously, about the film too, so shared a lot of little tidbits about it, but it's such an interesting movie. I mean, it's got so many different elements about it. It's chilling, it's scary, and it's thrilling, and it's mysterious. Everything kind of, there's so many different things in one. What appealed to you initially? Do you remember what kind of was your initial impression after you read the script and read your character? What were your kind of first thoughts about it?
One of my first thoughts was just how unusual a character it was to be written for a woman, quite honestly. Like, it doesn't come across my table too often, something that's so physical and so brutal and so like without a lot of the trappings that typically constitute femininity or feminine roles. So I was really just looking forward to like jumping in and being in the woods and running around and carrying stuff and like doing that stuff that's usually reserved for men for whatever reason in the movies.
Yeah, and I know, and that's what I thought too. Even in Summer's character, everyone's going to work in this movie. They're holding guns. No one's standing idle on the side. Definitely in that aspect of it. The physicality of this film too. I mean, tell me, were you prepared for that initially and all, that sort of thing? Because sometimes, you don't have to do much in a sense, but this movie I'd imagine would require you to kind of be in shape and ready for everything, all hands on deck.
Yeah, it really did. And it just worked out kind of coincidentally. It was good timing for me because I just started kind of a new workout thing that was very physical and sort of like physical training, like lots of running and push-ups and jumping and that kind of stuff. So I was actually pretty physically prepared when we started, although I was in much better shape by the end than I was in the beginning. I lost some weight. I came out cut.
That's not a bad thing. That's a free gym membership there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me, did you kind of going into this movie, did you know Nick? I mean, did you know Devin? Did you kind of know? I mean, Dave, you've been around the industry for a while. Dave's certainly been around for a long time. What was because I thought the chemistry was great in the film between the actors in general. Everyone made it really believable, and it felt like these people knew each other in a lot of ways. Tell me about kind of meeting them on set, or did you previously work with them by any chance? What was kind of that experience with your castmates?
No, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody before showing up, but everyone was so nice. And I think it's a testament to Sean, our director, and also everybody, all the crew, everybody who worked on it. It was such a great atmosphere on set where we just all got down to work. You know what I mean? It was fun, but there was no egos involved. It was just like all the rest of the cast was so welcoming to me, and I so much enjoyed working with them as well. So it was just like a no bullshit, let's just do this, let's just have fun. It's going to be cold, it's going to be hard, let's just make the best of it. And it was really a good time, and I'm glad that chemistry reads on camera as well.
Certainly. And it has to, because it's a family, you know what I mean? So you need that dynamic and aspect to come true to life in so many ways. So I felt like you guys really, I was wondering, was the secret sauce? Did you guys bond really well or whatnot? Because it came through. You mentioned the conditions. I was wondering, you guys shot these in the national parks in a sense, and in a forest location. This is no CGI here really going on with the location and the setting of the film. Tell me about that. What were sort of the on-set, it seems that when you're really kind of on location, and especially with a movie like this, where really the setting is a character in itself in so many ways. Tell me how that helped to play into everything around you, the conditions and the kind of visuals that you were in.
Yeah, it did help enormously, because I mean, the whole movie, I mean, it's about isolation and being remote, and the harsh conditions of living off the land and nature itself. So to be in those conditions all the time, which we were, was wonderful. It just helps add to it. Like it's, if I'm having to run and carry something heavy, it's legitimately cold and I'm legitimately carrying something heavy. So there's no acting necessary except to do it. And it just helps add to the whole atmosphere. It's hard to act all the things. So if you're just cold and you're just in the environment, then that's one less thing that you have to worry about. You can just focus on the story.
That certainly rings true to life. I think the more kind of realistic the feel of it is, and the location in a sense, the more you can't fake it, in any way. You can't fake cold. And so
exactly.
You've had a really good career. I mean, the thing in this industry, it's, as you know, this, one day you could be working and next day not, I'm kind of curious, what has been your kind of key in your career to kind of continue being a solid, really good working actor, to get roles in film and television? What has your approach been to kind of continue a long career, which is a lot to be said for that, because it's tough to do, to stick around and continue, getting new roles and doing different projects like you have. What do you think has been kind of the key for you to sustain longevity in this industry?
Thank you. I think what I try to think about is just to continue to be my own judge of myself. So to do it my own way and try to ignore both the negative, certainly the negative, but also to a degree the positive of what comes back, so that I'm just continuing to focus on the way that I think things should be done. And if people like it and they hire me again, so much the better. But if they don't, that's fine too, And then what I find by doing that is people do rehire me again. And they do, people, that's how I get most of my good jobs, or just either through word of mouth or through somebody I've already worked with. But I think, there's a tendency to want to, certainly when you go on an audition or something, like give them what you think they want, and I think that's really a trap. So if you just think, long-term, my career is long-term, I'm just going to become the best actor I can possibly be. And hopefully the work will come to that.
Oh, that's so much. That's a lot of stuff in there, in the sense that not only relationships matter so much, and having a good reputation, that comes back around to get you rehired, and that word of mouth, which is so key in a lot of ways, but also to trust yourself and knowing that it's okay to not have to fit a mold or do things as perceived to be what they would want, because you never technically know what they would want,
No.
And just trusting yourself in it. That is such great advice. Actually, I feel in so many ways, in a ways it's somewhat simple, but it's so effective, as you've proven it with your career.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's hard to do. Like, it's hard to practice. You know what I mean? It's hard to practice going like, okay, they thought I was terrible, but I don't care what they think, But it's the more you do it, the easier it is.
I think it's the longevity, and kind of like you grow, like you kind of become wiser the longer you're in the industry, and I think you kind of garner these things, over the years.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise you can't survive. Otherwise you have to quit.
No question. And a lot of people have. So I'm curious, aside from work, what are some things you like to do out in Vancouver? Any hobbies or interests? What are some things that kind of you go away from in a sense of performance world to kind of clear your mind and enjoy an everyday life?
I do like to paint. I do some oil painting just for
Nice.
fun, but I've done it pretty much my whole life. So I do a lot of that. And then I've been doing a little bit of writing as well, which I sometimes show people and I sometimes don't. Other than, those are my two main hobbies, I'd say.
What sort of writing do you do?
I wrote, obviously I wrote a pilot for a series, obviously.
Very nice.
And and a couple subsequent episodes of that. And then I just wrote a short film, which I thought maybe I might, if I can get myself together, try to direct that in the coming year, hopefully. And that kind of thing.
Interesting. So you do have kind of hopes to direct. Is that something you've wanted to do?
It's new. No, it's new for me. It's kind of a new idea. I've been writing for a little bit of time and sort of working with my idea and had some interest in it that, went up and went down and, nothing yet, but close. And then I just thought, well, at this point in my career, I think I would like to add something more to it, another layer, and maybe try my hand at directing.
That's cool. That's always expanding. It never stops in this industry. You kind of always have to diversify and try new things in a way, and that's kind of cool. You got to keep the creativity going to different aspects of the medium.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw your cat there in the back. Can we get a quick glimpse there?
Cat. She's getting, you're going to see my whole apartment.
I was just seeing she was sneaking into the view. I'm like, you know what? She needs her time of day there. And
she's really old. She's 17 almost.
Oh,
so
wow.
She sleeps a lot.
Well, look at her. And you know what? And she still likes to get on camera too. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, phenomenal. I'm glad I got to see her at least make an appearance part of the interview. So there you go.
Cool.
Well, enjoyed your performance. I thought the film was really well done all around, and I thought it was just compelling, and the ending of it, I just thought it's cool to see a movie that keeps you kind of on the edge and waiting for the next thing to happen and gets you completely engaged. And I felt like that certainly did that.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolutely.
Well, stay safe and healthy and have a great holiday. Cook up some good stuff and enjoy that wine.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Want to snag a wolf? You gotta out-wolf him.